Hello and welcome to this session. Today we are going to start creating our first API request on Postman, and this is going to be very easy and very interesting. In the last session we have already started with Postman. We set up an account and now we will learn how to create a API request in Postman, and we will see all the parameters of API request, and then we will see how to run and check the response. So let's get started. And here in the last session, we created the account and we started Postman on our browser. And as I told you in the last session that you can continue using Postman on your browser. And if you like, you can also download a desktop app and use on your desktop as well. So let me show you that. I'm on my Windows system and I will go to my browser and I will go to postman.com, and here I am just going to download Postman. So if I scroll down, or if I just go to Postman download, so you can directly go to Postman download, which is postman.com/downloads, and here you can download for your operating system and it will show you the option as per your operating system. If you are on Mac, you can again do the same thing, just download and put your put your Postman in your applications folder and you can start from there. In case of Windows, it will download a executable file that you can run. So you can see it has downloaded this executable file here for me, and here I have it is getting downloaded. Let me just wait for the download to complete. And also in the last session I missed to inform you that after you create an account on Postman, you will have to go to the email that you have used to create an account, and there you will find a link to verify your account. So you should also verify your account after creating the account on Postman. So let me just check here if it is done, and then I will start the setup. And here, let me close this one and I will go here, and yes, this is now downloaded, the executable file. And now I will double click on the setup file or the executable file to start Postman here on my Windows operating system. And if you want, you can continue on the browser application. In a moment I will show you that the functionality, the features, the GUI is exactly the same whether you are using Postman on browser or on the desktop app, and you will have to log in. So this has started Postman on my local system, and I will click on sign in, and you have to use the same account, same ID or password. Let me say, let me just give my username here and my password, and I will sign in, and I will just say open Postman, and this will open Postman, and you will see the GUI features, everything will be same as we have here on our browser app. And you can also sync between different systems or different browsers if you have opened your Postman on different devices or browsers. So you can see here I have, this is my account, everything is here. And if I go to the workspaces, you can see this my workspace is what I created in the last session. So if I go here, you can now see this is exactly the same GUI as we can see on our browser here. Okay, and now for creating a new request, you can see here on the sidebar, after you go to your workspace, you can see collections, APIs, environments, mock server, monitors, etc. You can create your APIs by going to API here and then click on create an API, or you can also go to file. Now this file option is available on the desktop app, and you can go to control N or just say file new, and you can see options to create a HTTP request and all these options here. Or you can just go to this tab and click on this plus button here to create a new tab. Also, if you close all the tabs, you will see an option to open overview, or you can just click on this plus button. So I will click here, and now I can create a request here. Now here I can first select the method, so whether it is HTTP get, post, put, patch, delete, etc. based on my request, and give the URL here, and then here are different parameters. So for now let me go to uh, let me go to a sample website. So I'm going to here reqres.in. This is the website I have gone to, and this has some sample dummy APIs that we can use for testing. If you want, you can use any of your APIs, or you can use any sample APIs. So just in case at your time, if you find that this link is not working, you can use any sample APIs. And here you can see we have lots of APIs. We have get APIs for getting the information like list users, list single, get single user, etc. We have post for creating user, put for updating, delete, patch, etc. So I will use these APIs, and let me just go to this first option, that is list users, and this is the endpoint. You can see the endpoint here, and this is the response code. 200 is the successful response code, and this is the sample response. To get the complete URL, I will click this link and open in a new tab. So this is the complete link or URL. I will take this and paste it here, and this is get, this is the URL, and here we have the parameters. So if your API has any parameters, you can put the parameters here. You can see it has directly taken this parameter page equals to from here. So this parameter it has taken page equals to from here, and then you can also view or hide the columns from here. And if you want to do a bulk edit, you can click here and you can do bulk edit like this here. So this is key value pair. Then authorization, if your API needs any kind of authorization like basic auth and OAuth, etc., you can give your authorization here. For this API, we do not need any authorization. Then we have headers. So if your API needs any headers, you can give the headers here. So you can see all these headers. Again, you can show or hide columns and do bulk edits, etc. We can also add some presets. So presets is you can already add, you can keep some headers added, and then you can very quickly add them to your requests. And then this is the body. Body will be required if we are using any post or put request wherever we are creating something on the resource or updating something. So for this get, we do not need any body. And then we have pre-request script. Pre-request script is something that will run before sending the request to the server. So if you want to do any kind of setup, or you want to do any kind of validation before sending the request, you can put that in the pre-request script. And here you can also see some snippets that you can use. So if you want to get a global variable, update some variables, anything that you want to do, you can use from here. So if I click here, you can see the snippet comes here. This is JavaScript, and you can use pre-request scripts. And tests are the scripts that will run after getting the response. So these are like validations. If you want to do, you can use the scripts here, and again you can see some snippets here that you can use. And then we have some settings. If you want to enable SSL, redirects, all these settings, if you want, you can do it from here. For now, this is a very simple request, so I will just keep it as it is. And for sending, you can see send and download, or I'll just click on send here, and as I will do send, you can see the response comes here. Now you can see the response in two pane view. So you can see here we have this option, two pane view at the bottom. You can click this and you can see the request here and the response here side by side, or you can go back to a single pane view and you can see the request at the top and response at the bottom. Now in the response, you can see here we have got 200 OK. This is the time taken and this is the size of the response. And here you can see the network details, and then we have 200 OK. So this says everything is fine. This is the time taken by the response, and you can see the breakup here, all the details here. And then here you can see the response size, the body size, the header size, and it also shows us the request size here. And then if you want to save the response, you can save it to a file as well. Now coming to this side, you can see the response body, and let me take this, expand this a little, and here you can see this is our actual response. So this gives us a list of users, and if you want to see a raw format or a preview format, all this you can do. Visualize is something I will explain later. You can set up a visualizer. So these are the response formats. If your response has any cookies, you can set the you can check the cookies here. Also, if you want to set cookies for request, you can set it from here. Then the response headers, all the response headers. test results. Now test results will be empty if you do not have any tests in your request. So let us say I add some tests in my request. So I will go to my tests section in my request, and let us say I will use some snippet here. So here I will search for some validation. Let us say this one, status code is 200. I will click this and I have got this snippet created, and now I will click on send again, and this time you can see I am also getting the test result and it says everything is passed. If I just say here I want to check it is 201 and click on send, it says it failed. The status code is 200 and we were expecting 201, so that's why it has failed. And this is how we can create a request. Also, if you want, you can save your request. So here click on the save button, so you can save or save as. So if you save, you can give some name to your request. I will say get user list, and then here you will have to create a collection. So if you do not have a correct collection, you can create a new collection here, and let us say demo APIs, and I will click on create, and now I will click on save. So now you will see the request is saved. If you go to collection, you can see we have got our demo APIs here, and get user list is saved here. Also, if you go to the history, you will see all the requests that you have executed. You can go to any of the requests from here as well, and if you want, you can directly save the request from here as well. So this is how you can create your first API request. In the coming sessions, we will see how to create different types of requests, and we will use different HTTP methods. I hope this was very useful for you. Thank you for watching, and never stop learning.